Jamie and welcome back to my channel. Today is another episode of TV Talks. It's going to be all the TV related news that I find interesting that we had in March. Now I am filming this a bit late because I had a very busy month, but nonetheless I'm just going to talk about everything that I found cool, interesting TV related news in March. And I feel like April's one is going to be quite interesting because a lot of things have happened already, but yeah, let's just get straight into it. Again, as I normally do, I'll provide all the timestamps in the description so you can pick and choose what you want to watch. If you're interested in one thing and not the other, then you can just skip to that one. So first of all, we've got ITVX, and this is another, really interesting piece of news to do with streaming services. So this was announced at the beginning of March, and it's a new ITV streaming service. So it's going to be combined with free with ads and also a subscription service, so very similar to ITV Hub at the moment. So yeah, I'm a bit confused about it's very similar to ITV Hub is basically the point here. And so what they aim to do with this is to, use the funding and the revenue to create new TV shows and films and to be a competitor to the bigger streaming services like Netflix and Amazon Prime, all of them. And yeah, one thing that I was a bit unsure with to start when it was first announced, but what I've since found is that it will be replacing ITV Hub and BritBox by the sounds of it, because BBC will now be pulling out of BritBox because of ITV's new thing. So it looks like BritBox isn't going to exist anymore, or if it is, then it won't be creating new shows for that. I don't know. They haven't officially said that BritBox is going to go, but by the sounds of it, it does sound like it is. But I guess it might just remain for international viewers, I guess. Because ITV has also said that they will draw on content that is already on BritBox. So I'm assuming they'll take some of the stuff that's on BritBox and use it on this new ITVX. It sounds like it's a combination between BritBox and ITV Hub. They're just kind of pushed together. I don't see why they can't just utilise ITV Hub as it is, considering it's already well known. It's already got that free with ads and then you subscribe, but they said they're going to have this new star show, so I guess a new show every week or so, which is quite interesting, or maybe it'll just be a show that they recommend. So I'd be interested in that feature, especially if it is going to be something new every month or week, I guess. That will be pretty good, I guess. But I just don't see why they can't utilise ITV Hub, especially if it means they're getting rid of, 2 streaming services to replace with 1. And apparently they're going to invest £40 million into this streaming service, into the new shows, which I guess hopefully they'll invest in new emerging talent. I think that'll be very good. And yeah, I think it could be very good. Apparently the share price of ITV did drop quite a bit after this announcement, so I'm not sure whether it'll be the best thing to start with. Places just trying to compete with Netflix and stuff at the moment, just because everything has a streaming service now. It's just kind of getting a bit tired. I'm just getting a bit tired of it. It's I have to subscribe to so many different things. At least it is free with ads. I think that's good. I feel like lots of other streaming services should kind of do something like that. Just so you don't have to pay for 10 different streaming services. I don't mind ads that much as long as they're not excessive. So yeah, that money will go to up to, I think they said, around 15,000 hours of content on ITVX and a new show, exclusive show to that streaming service every week, which I don't know how they're going to do that. That is a lot of content to produce. I guess they will obviously outsource it and it's not going to be all ITV produced, but that's a ridiculous amount of TV. And I think definitely on the scale of Netflix and stuff like that. And we'll probably, I don't know whether it would beat Channel 4 for biggest streaming service in the UK, because Channel 4 is the biggest one at the moment. So some of the shows they're going to do, they've got a few documentaries on there, a true crime documentary and then a nature documentary narrated by Stephen Fry, which I think that'll be very, very good. They've got a few dramas that they are doing based on books. I'll put them up on the screen here. And they've also got, a lot of talent in these new shows. They're very, very big. So we've got Russell T Davies creating a show with Helena Bonham Carter as the lead, which is super exciting. We've got David Tennant as the lead in another drama show, so that's really cool. And so I'm very excited to see what kind of shows they will produce. And again, like I said, I do love that it's free, and people can choose to subscribe if they want that ad-free content. I'm not 100% sure whether that exclusive drop every week will be available to the non-paying members. I assume it is. I haven't heard anything, but I imagine that is kind of something they would do, that they could that would they make it exclusive to the subscribers. to encourage people to subscribe instead of just using the ad-free content. But we'll see. I'm excited to see what it is. So another piece of streaming related news is that Netflix is once again increasing the price of their subscription service. So this was announced on the 10th of March, and yeah, this is the second time that they have increased prices within the last 2 years, which is annoying. So the price for the basic tier was $5.99, and now it's going to go up to $6.99. So it's not the massive jump, but it does add up over the cost of the year. And then so the second level will now go up to $10.99 from $8.99, I believe. And then the top tier will be going from $13.99 to $15.99, which is insane. And with that last tier price, that was beginning 2 years ago, it was $11.99. So it's gone up £4 in the past 2 years, which is a lot of money. Netflix is one of those, I really recently found out that Netflix is severely in debt still. It's one of those figures that have been kind of talked about a lot. I'm not going to talk too much about it now because I'll save that for April's video. The fact that Channel 4, the government's trying to sell Channel 4 to make it a competitor to Netflix, and it's people are pointing out that Channel 4 is actually making a profit and is not in debt, and Netflix is millions of dollars in debt. So Netflix is kind of one of those things that get a bit annoying just because how much they're increasing the price. And they have also announced they want to try, I've only seen this in regards to American viewers. I haven't heard about it in terms of British viewers, but for American viewers, they are trying to clamp down on that whole password sharing, which I think is just rubbish. You're getting money for it anyway. Because they've kind of said they want to limit it to just the household watching it. So I don't know how they would do that, because it's also what do you define as a household? Is it just the people that live in your house? Because I personally share the premium account with my family. So there's 5 of us, 5 accounts. We're a family. We don't all live together anymore, but we are still a family. We're sharing one account. That makes sense to me. I know lots of people who do that. They just have their one family account, and that makes sense to me. So would we not be able to do that anymore? Would I have to get my own separate account now? It's just, I think that's just so stupid. And again, I don't know how they would enforce it. Because what if you're traveling? If they do it from your IP address or something like that, that means you can't use it when you're traveling. Or if you go you live half at home, half away, for half the year, does that not count? Can you not use your Netflix account then? So I just think it's a stupid idea. And again, I just don't know how they'd enforce it, how they'd know you're sharing passwords. Okay, the next bit of news, Taskmaster Series 13. So this was announced, the start date was announced through a little fun Easter egg hunt from a QR code in a little Twitter video. And it led you to you had to look in the Twitter banner and an Instagram post. And eventually you went to a website and it announced what the date would be, which is April the 14th. So that's a Thursday, and it will air at 9 p.m. as usual. And so the cast. So we've got Ardal O'Hanlon. I don't know if that's exactly how you pronounce it. I'm really bad at that kind of stuff. I most know him from Father Ted. He's brilliant. Bridget Christie, I didn't know who she was, but she was in an episode of Ghosts playing Annie, the Puritan ghost. I forgot what the word was then. But she's also a stand-up comedian. Chris Ramsey, again, another comedian. I know he does a very popular podcast. And he's just one of those kind of names. I see him around a lot. We've also got Judy Love, who's a comedian and currently is on the Loose Women panel. And then we've got Sophie Duker, who again is another stand-up comedian. So something that I'm really excited for Series 13 is the studio audience is back and the cast are all sitting closer together. So I'm really, really hoping the studio environment, the chemistry between the contestants will be drawn out a lot quicker, especially because they're closer together. And the studio audience is great, especially when we can reenact, the audience can kind of interact with the contestants, and I think that's great. There's been so many fantastic moments that have arisen from the fact there is a studio audience there, like Rod Gilbert, getting them to chuck the inflatable thing all the way up to the top and winning the task. I think it would be great. So I'm really excited for that. And it will also be a Day of the Dead theme, which I think is a fantastic theme to do. I think it will look super cool. So I'm very excited about that. There are some things that I am kind of questionable about. Whether or not Series 13 will air on the Taskmaster Supermax Plus, whether it'll air on there, I think they should air it on there so that people like in other countries can watch it like as it comes out. I know it should be put on YouTube as well, but I know they have been a bit inconsistent with that. And also some of the episodes were incorrectly removed from YouTube, which doesn't give some people a good impression, especially if they are pushing this app. Oh yeah, with the app as well, apparently they've now reduced the, like, I thought the free trial was going to be a forever thing, but there's only I think they said a few more days from now, which is the 6th of April, to sign up to get that free trial. So if you're really interested in it, then I'd recommend signing up for your free trial now. Yeah, I'm just still going to wait until international versions are put on there, but they are definitely coming soon. And lastly, there is still no mention of when Champion of Champions 2 will air, which is really disappointing to me because I really, really want to see it. It's been, we're on the third set of the Champion of Champions 3 that would be. It's been so long since Series 10. Come on, I just want Champion of Champions 2. I know there was some delay because Richard Herring had to have an operation, I think. So yeah, obviously it's understandable why it's been delayed, but I just feel like we're hearing no news about it, which is a bit annoying. Another highly anticipated show to come out in April that was announced in March is Derry Girls, finally. I have been waiting so long for Series 3 of Derry Girls. I'm so pumped. So yeah, it was announced in March that the start date would be the 12th of April. Finally. And a trailer has been released. It looks fantastic. There is one thing again that is a bit disappointing. It's the fact that Nicola Coughlan, who plays Claire, she has talked about how she has unfortunately got less screen time at this series that she's very disappointed about. And this is because the filming schedule was pushed back, I believe, to when she was then filming in Bridgerton. So I think a lot of her screen time was cut, which is such a shame because I feel like she's such a great character. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And also, I am very excited about this. Again, this is an April thing, but I may as well talk about it now since I'm talking about Derry Girls, is that as a promotional thing, they have released a exclusive magazine that will be found in the Heat magazine. So yeah, it is a smash hits Derry Girls magazine, 28 pages of all Derry Girls themed things. It's so cool. I love it so much. I'm tempted to get another one so that I can take the poster out and not ruin this one because I love it so much. So what did I watch in March? Now, as I said, March has been a very, very busy month for me. So I haven't had a chance to watch loads. So the first thing I watched was Bridgerton. That came out in March and I really enjoyed it. Bridgerton, the first series, was one of those shows that I did really enjoy it while I was watching it, but I didn't really have that urge to rewatch it. Especially there's a lot of things I disliked about it. I found some of the characters quite annoying. And obviously there was that one scene that shouldn't have happened, but it did. And I just didn't, there's some parts I didn't really like about it. So I was a little bit kind of nervous for Series 2, especially because I watched it a few days after it was released and I heard a lot of people say it wasn't accurate to the books. But I watched it and I absolutely loved Series 2. I thought it was so much better than Series 1. I think in so many different ways. I thought the characters were more developed. I thought it was a bit more whimsical, fun, but also you had that kind of longing romance, slow burn romance between the two main characters. And yeah, I just thought it was so good. I thought we had good exploration of all the other characters. I didn't think that they were kind of pushed to the side like they kind of were in Series 1. But yeah, I felt like we got a very good kind of exploration of characters like Eloise and Benedict, Anthony as well, just with his arc that we had there. And also Penelope and the Featheringtons, especially her mum. I thought her character was I really liked her character in Series 2, which I never really expected. So yeah, I was very surprised by Bridgerton in Series 2, and I definitely want to watch it again. And I'm more excited for Series 3 than I thought I would be. So yeah, I'm very happy about Bridgerton. So the next show I watched was The Witchfinder, and this was the one I talked about last episode with Tim Key and Daisy May Cooper, and it did not disappoint. It was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was fun. It was silly. I liked the historicalness of it. Again, don't know how accurate that is, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It was very fun. Yeah, it's been not a great month for me watching TV, which is a shame, but April is going to be so good, and it's already been so good. One show that I can't wait to talk about is Our Flag Means Death, which has blown up on the internet. It is absolutely fantastic. You do need a VPN though to watch it, so but yeah, it's so good. I am like 3/4 of the way through. It's fantastic. I've heard the ending is gonna emotionally destroy me, but I'm ready for that. I just can't wait. It's such a good show, and I can't wait to talk about it. Like, I'm going to do a full video on it. It's fantastic. So yes, that is the end of TV Talk episode 3. Thank you very much for watching. Comment down below your opinion on any of the things I've talked about today, and what shows did you watch in March? Yeah, I can't wait to get more recommendations. If you like this video, then please give it a like. It's really, really appreciated, and it really helps the channel. And subscribe if you want to watch more videos to do with TV. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!